My dad texted me, "Don't contact us, don't come around, you're on your own now." No warning, no explanation, just a glowing message on a quiet Thursday night in my small Baton Rouge apartment while the dishwasher hummed beside me. Then my brother reacted with a like it was a joke. So I smiled, typed back, "Great, I'll cancel the auto payments in the morning." And that was the moment everything flipped. By midnight, the family chat was exploding. For 11 years, I thought what I called love was real. Turns out it was obligation dressed as devotion. When people imagine family, they picture warmth, holidays, laughter that fills the house. Mine came with invoices. My name's Ava Morgan, 28, junior accountant. Decent condo, predictable routines. I handle numbers for a living, but the only numbers that controlled my life were the ones tied to my family's comfort. Internet, groceries, property taxes, water, electric, even my brother's streaming subscriptions. No one thanked me. Every transaction was expected. Dad, Harold Morgan, loved to say he retired early, though from what, no one knew. Mom, Elaine, quit soon after, chasing inner calm. Most days that meant long naps, long complaints, and longer lists of bills that somehow landed in my lap. And my brother, Cole, loud, impulsive, relying on followers more than income. When sponsorships failed, he called me crying. When rent was late, I sent money. Just this once always became again. But the person who saw through it all was Grandpa Richard Morgan. He'd sip his black coffee and say, "You can't buy peace, kid. You can only rent it, and the rent's steep." I pretended not to understand, even though the truth lived in my chest. When the text came that night, it wasn't betrayal, it was a receipt. The bill for years of quiet sacrifice finally came due. Dad's words hit hard, Cole's thumbs up hit harder. But for the first time, I didn't feel panic. I felt air. I typed back about the auto payments because the math had finally balanced. By sunrise, my phone had 40 missed messages. Rage, guilt, manipulation stacked like debts. I didn't respond. I just turned it face down and let silence settle. At 6 a.m., Grandpa Richard called. "Morning, kid," he said. "You okay?" "I'm fine," I lied. "Good. Bring your calm face. You'll need it." His house in Lafayette smelt like coffee and cedar. On the table sat 2 mugs, toast, and a thick folder. "You need to see this," he said. Inside were property records, letters, tax receipts, all tied to the house I grew up in, the house my parents claimed to own. They never owned it, not for one day. It's mine, always has been. My breath caught. But they told me, I know what they told you, but truth catches up. He had already given them 60 days to leave. When they received the notice, they panicked. Dad called him cruel. Mom claimed betrayal. Cole accused him of being manipulated by me. People only call it cruelty when the free ride ends. 2 days later, Grandpa called again. "They're spinning," he said. And they were. Cole posted a crying selfie claiming they were being thrown out of their home. It went viral within hours. Comment sections filled with strangers calling me heartless. But the real blow came when an old classmate messaged me. "Ava, was your parents' house on Airbnb? I stayed there last year. Recognized it." My chest tightened. They were renting out a house they didn't own. I drove there. The porch light still flickered. The old oak still shed leaves, but inside it smelt like cheap candles trying too hard. Guest signs on the walls, Wi-Fi cards, a guest book filled with dates and payments. I photographed everything. Grandpa reviewed every page under his kitchen lamp. "He turned my home into a motel," he whispered. His lawyer filed immediately. Unauthorized subletting, notice reduced from 60 days to 14. That's when the real performance began. Mom claiming Grandpa was senile, Dad insisting I forged documents, Cole going live. Some people exploit the elderly. I just want peace. But Grandpa wasn't shaken. He invited longtime friends, including a retired attorney, and handed each a folder. Deeds, screenshots, guest book entries, doctor statements. This is what's real. The performance collapsed. Cole deleted everything. And 14 days later, they moved out, bitter, loud, defeated. I drove by once. The porch looked smaller without their chaos. A single key sat under the step, catching sunlight like an apology that never came. Grandpa called that night. "You did the right thing," he said. "Life doesn't come with free refills." I didn't cry. I just let something inside me unclench for the first time in years. 2 weeks later, a letter arrived. Dad's handwriting. Inside, a loan application with my name typed in as cosigner. No apology, just another attempt to use me. I laughed, sent a picture to Grandpa. "They're still digging," I wrote. "Then we build higher walls," he replied. My accounts were secured by nightfall. For the first time, I felt safe. I haven't spoken to them since. The house in Lafayette sits quiet now, sunlight drifting across the floors like forgiveness that never came. I stopped paying their bills, but really, I stopped paying for peace I never received. If you've ever protected yourself from people who were supposed to love you, you know it isn't cruelty, it's clarity. If this story hit you somewhere deep, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share this with friends, and drop your perspectives or the lessons you learned in the comments.